Yo, it's definitely the Clout Chaser TV, man. We back up in this thing again, you dig? Hey, man, we got some special guests on line today. You feel me? We want to drop this interview. We got WMG Racks, like WMG Racks. Let the people know where they can follow you at. You know what I mean?
Hey, everybody doing? Y'all can follow me on Instagram, my main page, WMGRACKS, WMG Rex, and my backup, Upper Echelon Podcast,
Oh, dope,
ECHELON, Upper Echelon.
dope. So, like, what we like to do on this podcast, bro, we like to try to ask questions that maybe other bloggers or other interviewers might have missed. So, we gonna start at the beginning, man. Like when you was coming up, saying your upbringing and shit, like far as, you running through Chicago, you're a kid, like what type of dude was you? Like during your youth, was you into sports or things of that like that, or you was just in rap and you know what I mean?
I, you know what? I got a gift for gab. I was born with an intelligence. I was born wise. So I was always one of the smart ones out of the bunch. You know what I'm saying? No matter what I went through in my hood, I made sure I went to school. I graduated. You know what I'm saying? Um, Life was fun. Like it was fun when I was a kid. You know what I'm saying? I was on Jesse White Tumbler team, very athletic. I tried to do the basketball and football, but I was more so, a gymnast. I wasn't a hooper or nothing like that. I tried to do the hooping, but that wasn't my forte.
Gotcha. And like you navigating through, like you said, you graduated from high school, you attended high school, you made sure you got it done. Was it like obstacles involved, like far as Chicago being Chicago, gangs, things of that nature. Like, was that any effect to you?
Well, to get a little personal, the biggest obstacle was like I love my family, but born into the family I was born in, we weren't born with no silver spoon in our mouth. We was like the common family in the Inglewood area. We came up in the trenches. It was rough for us coming up, but we did what we had to do to survive. Um, I barely made it through high school because I was bad as hell, gang banging. I was in the streets, but I still managed to graduate. I still managed to graduate from Simeon Career Academy in the year 2009. It was tough. I graduated. I was living in a trap house at the time that I walked across the stage, so it was rough, but I made it.
Mm-hmm. Got you. I got you. So, like, when did you get into music? Was that around the same time or on?
I've been trying to play around with the music, like them little back in the day we had the little radios, the little like to take the cassette tapes and they had like the mic like built into it, and like I used to try to record myself then just playing around. But then as I got older, I tried to do the singing thing when I was a teenager. Um, I stopped singing at the age of 16. My nephew, he told me, start rapping, man. Start, you smart, put words together, make them rhyme, and you might get good at it. And I surpassed him at it. And when I surpassed him at the rapping, before, his untimely demise in the year 2009, a week after I graduated out of high school, and he was one of the two that attended out of my family. It was him and my big brother. Um, I was a beast, like the day before he got killed, he was like, keep rapping on, stay smart, and have 10 kids. Well, I got 6 kids. I'm still rapping, and I'm definitely intelligent. But, with my wife's kids, I got 12 altogether. So I definitely did everything he told me to do, It was like,
Yeah.
in a way, like a down wish to me. So I made it happen.
So, like, you say that you from No Love City, correct? So you being from No Love City, like, did that have any impact on your childhood, your upbringing, or did you get active like when you was out of school or whatever?
We was born into it. You know what I'm saying? Like most people can't help what they born and raised in, what they around, what they see, what they witness. And even what we go through coming up, because we want to be like the people we idolize. Rest in peace, my sister. She was a sister of the struggle. Like I'm GD, she was GD, and she was kind of holding the family down as far as like things we liked that we always wanted, like the gear, the shoes, and all that shit. She kept us fresh, and like my brother, his friends, and just the neighborhood guys, the big homies. I idolized that shit because that's all I knew. So eventually, I fell into the gang banging, the drug dealing. Jumped off the porch at a young age. You know what I'm saying? Running them streets. Like my grandparents' dad when I was 9. That's when I really dove. Like I was really out there, like just doing my thing, playing the blocks, low union and emerald.
Got you. So like like that area, you know what I'm saying? We like it's named No Love City. Like, is it any love over there? Like, does name have to do with any of that?
You know what? I seen a lot of wacky shit coming up over there, like gas killing gas, gas getting into it, gas beef, and like we block bang in a sense. So I never fronted my move in life. I ended up on Union. I'm on 5612 South Low is where I come from, the big blue house, right across the street from the field, the John Hope Field. But we leave out our back door, run across the alley, go through the lot, we end up on Union. So them the guys who pretty much brought me up, man. The big homies off Union, and that's why I'm the man I am today. Really, everything I know, how I move in life, I pretty much learned it from them.
Okay, and being from that area, was it any like like we moving forward towards like the drill scene? Like, was anybody in that area rapping, or was it can you say even back then you seen influence of the drill movement?
Yeah, my big cousin Percy, PG, he was a big name for our hood and in Chicago back in the day when I was coming up as a kid. Coolie Cash, my other cousin, he was a big name with the rap. Like, he was in the rap game as a shorty, 13, 14 years old. He was signing deals. He done a lot for a lot of major artists out of Chicago to stand and doing real good now. He done a lot for them. So I always had that music influence, but it's hard to like stay focused on that when you in the streets, and then your guys ain't gonna take you serious when all we do is game bang, smoke, sell drugs, and just the norm. The norm was to do the bad shit. So when I tried to take the music serious in like 2012, I say my people really didn't take me serious, but they supported me. Like, they rooted for me in a way, but they never really took it serious because they didn't think I would take it as serious as I'm taking like right now today.
Gotcha. And like when you take like now you okay, so now you let's move a little forward. So now you out of school, you doing the music. Did you start getting paid for shows, or like did you start making some type of income off of it immediately, or did it take a while?
It didn't. To be honest, it didn't take a while. Before I went to the feds in 2016. In 2014 and 15, I was like back and forth from Chicago to Iowa. I used to go out there to jug or whatever, do my little, everybody got to check a bag. And my sister put me on this little small town called Clinton in Iowa. And I was out there running it up and doing the music thing. And I actually had events that I headlined, that I got paid off, like the bar, the door, things of that nature. So I've been doing the music thing, doing little shows. I used to have a booking agent. Her name was Amy Kentz back in the day. I used to even have a manager, rest in peace his soul. Pops, a CTC Crazy. He actually was my manager. He was my acting manager in 2015 and 16. So
Gotcha. Yeah. And like you been from where you from, like did you start to see like in early in the game, like say you probably like an artist, but maybe because of your affiliation, they probably want to do a feature with you or vice versa. Did you see any of that?
it's, you know what, and it's still going on right now today, because let's just say this certain block in my hood, No Love is into it with a certain gang faction or a different group from another area. There's certain things I couldn't do and I can't do right now today because it like I'd be an embarrassment to my hood. It's like I can't do certain shit with certain people because of who certain blocks was into it with. A lot of that shit don't directly affect me, but then it could because I'm from No Love City as a whole. But my block Union, we a little neutral. We really, the people we was actually into it with was, the people across the Garfield, the Moles, the JBs, so the Jet Blacks. So, all that BDGD shit and all that. I ain't never been into no BD. I ain't never been a part of that war. I got people I grew up with, like Boss Top and shit like that, who didn't want me involved in the bullshit he had going on in the street. So, like, I couldn't really do music with them because of what they had going on, and they ain't want that bullshit to rub off on me because, in a sense, I'm neutral when it comes to that shit. They ain't got nothing to do with me.
Mm-hmm. So like you knowing people like Boss Top, at the time, was he rapping or just he was just in the streets?
Both. You know what I'm saying? He moved from No Love to Old Block when he was fairly young, and that's where he got his name, his fame, and me being GD, the K that they put on the end of GD ain't it is like it ain't for me or my people that he came up with no love, but it'll still have an effect because you know that GDK BDK movement that was going on. So it was just real wacky. Dex, you know, he made it and he off Emerald. I got music with him. You know, that's family. But it's like shit going on in the hood with him and some people that I really don't know too much about because I missed all that. I was in the feds at the time when that went on. And, you know, like he wouldn't shout me out and let people know who I am and what I am to him because of whatever going on in the hood. It's a lot of politics with this shit. So it's a touchy situation. I just got to let shit be what it is. You know, I got to let it be.
Got you. So like, I cannot say like, so like famous Dex. So like famous Dex, you got Boss Top. Like, was they like you said they supported you? They you know with the music or whatever. But was it in like? Do you think like, for example, famous Dex? Like I see, you know, Boss Top. He pretty much been around that wave for a minute. Like meaning like the youth, maybe somebody he might have been the biggest artist at that time. You know,
He was
far
bigger than Dex at one point. Then when Dex caught his wave, he got a little bit bigger than Top, and they had that fake controversy going on, like they was beefing it, that fake bullshit, and it was just, you know, man, like you say, man, death for the clout chase. It's just some clout chasing ass who can get the bigger following and get their name out of here for this and that, and the shit with the chains and all that, you know, all that little shit that went on with Chief Keef chains when Dex had them, and all that shit was just, you know, propaganda. It was just bullshit. It's a look to just to get to next level in the drill culture. You know, in the
So you
drill
think
culture.
Dex then, just speaking on Dex, for example, because I never really like I seen Dex in the beginning when he was like maybe with FBG and all them, and you know, he was around a few different waves, but like once he got his own wave, I never really seen him around like maybe he got a younger artist who, you know, artist that's under him or something who only come up too. Like maybe I'm wrong, you can correct me, but do you think that's probably why his career ain't go as far as others did, like the ones who, you know, who always been like, yeah, bro, up next, even though the ass was up next, you know what I'm saying?
To be honest, like he was real big at one point. Like no matter what goes in the hood, we gonna support our people. You know, we ain't that petty. You know, now I still support Dex right now today. Like whatever going on in the hood with Dex, that ain't got nothing to do with me. Like I said, I still support him right now today. But it's like, how can I touch on this the right way? Dex was his own. If Dex falling off, it's because Dex chose to do the lean and the pills and you know, and you know he cleaning himself up, cleaning his image up. He doing all right. That's you know I'm proud of him. But you know I wouldn't say it's the mass was getting hate from the hood. The hood always let him come back and always showed him love. We always was there for him. So that
Not
would
so
never
much
be the
like
case.
I'm not saying like so much hate from like the hood.
Right.
I'm saying like, do you think that him not trying to pass the torch to someone else, maybe, you know, possibly hindered his career a little bit?
Okay, I got the best way I can ask this by saying some one of my cousins slash, you know, the guys, you know, we always call each other guys no matter if we related or not because we came up together. One of my guys called me one day like, yeah, bitch, I see you getting big with the music. Don't famous Dexes. Don't do us like famous Dex did. So in my mind and in my eyes, it seemed like people expect when you get big and the money come in for you to go back and hit their hand. But it don't work like that. Like we got to get ourselves straight first. Then we got to get our kids and our loved ones straight first. And then when we double and flip the money, we can come back and do what we got to do for the hood. Like to be honest, they like motherfuckers really weren't giving him a chance to be a good guy when it came to his success. He had a lot of pressures on him. You know what I'm saying? So he dissed himself for a lot of, in my eyes, good reasons. Because at the end of the day, we all went through a struggle, and he made it on his own. I wouldn't say nobody helped him. He was talented himself, so he don't owe nobody shit. You know what I'm saying? Like if I make it right now today, I don't owe nobody shit.
Right.
So if I choose to show my niggas, my 25-year niggas some love, my 30-year, my 20-year, 15, 10-year niggas some love, that's what I choose to do off the strength of that's how I am. That's in my character. I don't owe they ass nothing because ain't nobody invested in me right now. So I think he just had a lot of pressures on him, you know. Everybody gonna come with their hand out, especially if you got more than they do. You know, that's just life. That's how it go. They support you in the background, and when you make it, they act like they was there the whole time. But that's not really the case.
So like, would you know you being folks, you GD, now the GD's in the dough. You know what I'm saying? You got Ruger, of course RP, FBG Duck, put it down too as well. Now when it comes to like FBG Duck, did you have a relationship with him or?
Honestly, people don't know this. Like, Duck and Billy used to hang on the block. They used to come on Emerald. They was with Dex a lot. We took them in as our own at one point. But then some wacky ass shit happened over a pair of jeans with Billionaire Black and the Gas because Dex, he took some jeans from out the trap and sold them to Billy, some trues. You know what I'm saying? And they came on the block, and guess who had the fucking jeans on? Billy did.
Billy. Oh, yeah.
So it was a situation on Emerald about the jeans, and that's when they was hot. That's when they costed a lot of money, and that's when we used to hit the licks and shit for the shit, and and it was just some wacky ass shit about that. It didn't really have nothing directly to do with me, but I was around for all that, and relationships was altered because of that little situation. And then when Dex fell out with FBG when he made it, and ain't reached back for them right away, and they got to threaten him, and it was like motherfuckers at odds, in a sense, not physically in the streets, but it's just certain, when you say certain shit, you can't come back from it. So it'd be a separation. Like motherfuckers just, y'all do y'all, we gonna do us, man. Like, nah, y'all, we from the other side, y'all from the other side, y'all from King Drive, Everhart, whatever, we from Low Unit, and y'all do y'all, we gonna do us type shit. It's still all love shit. We still, GD at the end of the day.
Got you. And like the success of Ruger, you know what I'm saying? Like how you feel about that?
Man, he doing this shit, like from a GD standpoint, motherfucker proud, but then other shit I can't touch on.
Got you.
Because the name blocks, I can't, I just gotta let that be what it is. Motherfuckers chewed my head off when they seen me. I was supporting them, and I wanted to do music with them. And I got out the fence, and I know what was going on and what went on, and motherfuckers had to fill me in, and I gotta just I just gotta do me, because I don't want to get caught up in some shit that ain't got nothing to do with me, because I don't know what's going on, and something happened to me because some shit then went down, and I wasn't around for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really don't know what's to it, so I can't speak on some shit I don't know about.
Got you. So like moving forward now, like, do you consider yourself like a drill rapper?
If you listen to my music, I'm not a drill rapper. I'm a real rapper. I don't disrespect the dead in any of my music. I don't talk about any oppositions I've had in life in any of my music. I hit on shit that I've been through, as far as how I was brought up, shit that I witnessed, shit that I've been a part of, shit that I've been through. So it might sound drill in a sense, but it's really me just telling my story. So I got real music. I got, storytelling, statement music. Like, this is me. Like, I just don't name dropping all that shit and disrespect the ops or the dead in my music. I ain't got time. That's how the drill movement missed me. I was rapping in 2012, 13, 14. I had some nice little hits, but I wasn't talking about what the people wanted to hear. I was representing the block, making anthems for the block, but I wasn't talking about what they wanted to hear. I wasn't disrespecting nobody, so it missed me.
Gotcha. So like when do you think that that'll probably hold you back? You being from Chicago, now they call it Chiraq, and you not being into like the drill music, you think that's like holding you back a bit or no?
No, because it ain't all about the drill culture. I mean, talent is talent. I mean, when people hear my music, the beats kind of drill, they kind of urban. I think anybody that listens to my music and check my shit out and see how catchy it is, what I'm talking about, they'll fuck with it. It don't matter that I ain't talking about the dead or the opposition or, shit like that. It ain't always about sliding and gliding and killing who and pulling up on who and smoking on who. My music not like that, and I think I still make good music. I think it's pretty nice.
Dope. So like I know like we just talking about FBG Duck and his movement, and one of the guys who was they did a lot of songs with him. He was behind his music. I actually was able to interview him. Lil Chris, and I know you did a song with Lil Chris. Like, what's your relationship with Lil Chris?
I never met Lil Chris personally. I got a lot of family members and a lot of homies in the hood that used to go and record with him that know him personally. I always did me. I wasn't so quick to go branch out and go here, there. And that's how people kill. Like my big brother always taught me, don't never go chasing pussy. Don't go to nobody else's hoods and shit trying to get no pussy in. Just do you. I'm a leader. I'm not a follower. So I think that's why I survived to see 30 years of age. I'm 30 years old right now. Because I always been a leader. I always did Michael. I always did WMG Rex. So I never got a chance to go meet Chris, never go to the studio and shit like that. But we've talked on the phone, we've texted. He done a lot of good things for people that I know of. I think he a great guy. He didn't have to do what he did for me. So I think he a great guy.
No doubt, no doubt, no doubt. So like you know, like moving forward, you know, like today. So I see that like you know I seen you on lives with like FBG Butter, Fendi Boy, you know, list goes on. But like just speaking on like Butter, for example, and like Fendi Boy, for example, you know, they diss people in their music, correct?
Correct. And I
All
hate
right,
it, but
so
that's them.
when you in like when you line in line with them and you know you doing lives, do people then start to, you know, like see you differently? Do they think that you on the bullshit?
See, my people know me wholeheartedly, so they'll never see me differently, and they know I ain't with the bullshit as far as the shit they on. I have gotten a call or two, like, fall back on the Fendi Boy because, people at him and they don't want nothing to happen to me just because I've been trying to save his life and talk him out of doing the fucking dissing. And we actually got a song together. And, I tried to be like an OG to him. I'm a young OG. So I just tried to, give him the ropes and give him from an older person's perspective who really played these blocks and really know what's really going on. Like what you're doing is wrong and it's wacky because I live this shit, my nigga. The shit you speaking on, you don't know nothing of. I was out there around these guys from the Dirks to the new. I went to school with Dirk cousin Wooski to all. It's a lot of people out of rub soldiers with that I know. And the way he disrespect people, that shit is that shit just out of character. That shit wow. But if that's what he think gonna get him on, gonna land on that big deal, more power to him. I tried to do what I tried to do with my good heart. I tried and it didn't work. It's a couple videos on YouTube done over 43,000, 86,000 of me preaching to that young man. And a lot of people start knowing who I am because of the knowledge and the wisdom I tried to pass down on to that young brother. I'm familiar with a lot. I'm a blueprint baby. You know what I'm saying? I'm under the 720. And if you claim this GD shit, it's each one teach one. I'm gonna try to educate you because that's what it's about, educating the youth. I try to help these young brothers, but hard head make us all fast. So I'm falling back off of that shit. I got to do what I got to do to make it.
No doubt. So how you feel about the culture, like with the culture, the way it's the existence of it now, and the way it traveled to like New York, the UK, we even hear like Jacksonville, Florida, different parts of the US, for example, but let alone overseas as well. Do you think it's getting watered down, or do you think that it's a situation where a lot of times people they don't know what they're getting themselves into when they start to, do similar things that some of these guys was doing to make it in Chicago as far as drill rap?
They don't know what they getting themselves to. They keeping it alive. I mean, I don't think it ever died out in Chicago. I don't think it's dying out. I don't think it's gonna die out because controversy sell and the drill movement ain't nothing but a bunch of controversy based off the shit the rappers saying, the shit the bloggers saying, and then what's really going on. It's a thin line between the shit. You know what I'm saying? You got these younger guys, these younger generations growing up and trying to imitate and do what they saw us doing. Ain't no secret. We trendsetting shit. Everybody talking like us and want to move and act like us. That's why the murder rate is going up everywhere. Everybody, every town, city, or place I hit, you will hear something like, "Oh, this is a little Chicago." Everybody want to be a fucking little Chicago. That shit ain't cool. Cause you got niggas like me trying to stop Chicago from being how Chicago is. I want Chicago to be like Atlanta. We can really get to this money. We talented as fuck. But all the death, all the bullshit, the dissing and the smoking on this dead person and talking about what you doing in the streets and the music and to your opposition is overshadowing that talent because they think they don't have to make great music as far as radio hits. They can just talk about rolling up a dead nigga, smoking on some Reggie pack, whatever the fuck, the Zaza pack, whatever the fuck they smoking. It's overall it's not cool, but we trendsetted this shit. To me, it's out of hand, but I got to keep doing what I'm doing to show them everybody in Chicago ain't the same as far as the drill culture. Some of us can kind of try to make a difference. It'd be hard as hell because the numbers against me, because there's more people drill rapping than just telling a story. But a lot of people's story is drill. I got a drill story, but I'm not finna implement that shit in my music. I wouldn't be sitting right here today talking about what I really did in the trenches. I'd be gone, either dead or in jail for life. You know what I'm saying? So more power to them, man. They incriminating the shit out themselves. More power to them. And then get mad at the bloggers. More power to them.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. So like even with the bloggers, do you think that the bloggers instigating some of the beef?
They keep it alive. They keep it going. They got their assumptions, their opinions. Sometimes certain shit shouldn't be said. It's just a bunch of clout chasing shit. They think if they can speak on what the next man spoke on in his Instagram live or in his music and make their own assumptions on what's going on and how it came about, trying to solve cases and this person killed them because of this and because of this was said, and that's really fucking up a lot of shit and it's making shit worse. It's keeping beefs going. It's starting new beefs. Like it's really creating new beefs too, because a lot of that shit be fabricated as lies, but they doing what they doing to try to get their channels busting. A lot of artists talking too much. Some of them lying too now. For real, because a lot of them ain't putting out a lot of songs. Somebody has putting out 1-2 songs that might be potential hits. And damn, it's like, where the rest of it at? It's because they struggle in the studio because they creating these labs trying to make themselves look like something that they really not. There's a lot of bitch ass niggas in this rap game making themselves look like something that they ain't. It's just, man, this politics shit with this drill movement is terrible right now. But more power to them. They'll be all right.
No doubt, no doubt. So like like moving forward, like okay, so we got the like that part of the culture. Like, what do you think? What you got like playing next? Like, what you plan on doing to like keep this movement alive? Like to keep the to let the people that's maybe coming up, that's 14 that want to do rap, they'll probably go a different route than just dissing they dead homies. Cause like I'm not sure. Like I meant to ask you, like when did you first lose one of your homies in your neighborhood? How old was you?
Man, honestly, 13, man. My homie Javoski was 13 years old when he lost his life, man. That shit rattled me. It fucked me up, man. 13. Got killed like that. What I'm trying to see, like, this what I'm trying to do. I got 3 artists. I'm the #1 artist on my label. I got my own entertainment company, WMG. That's why I go by WMG Racks. I got my own entertainment company. I created this shit in my hood on my block. I just took West Side because we West 56th Street. I took that and I added Money Gang to the back of it and incorporated it into an entertainment company. And the 3 artists I got right now, WMG KD, WMG Buka, and WMG Bowser. Just not from my hood, but they're my artists, so they go by the WMG name. I'm preaching to them like y'all young. They're 17, 18, and 19. Don't be dissing the dead. It's more to life than disrespecting the dead. Don't talk about whoever you was into it in life. Make good music. You can make it by making good music. Because they're talented and they got so much life to live. So much life to live. Y'all see how them kids, 14 and 15, got killed at Simeon?
Mm-hmm.
I graduated from Simeon. That little boy made a disrespectful song towards some people, and they came and got up with his ass right on the side block of Simeon. Killed him right after school. He died 15 minutes after getting out of school. They caught him right there on 83rd, and they killed him. And the 14-year-old boy that got killed. Man, I feel, man, my condolences to Dorita, man. She all 56 and Emerald, man. That's my peoples are born and raised with, known them my whole life. Her son got killed, and I think he got killed. I don't think that shit was meant for him. Wrong place, wrong time in my mind, because I know her son wasn't a part of that shit. She didn't even have him out there on the block in our hood, and he went to Simeon as well. And they got killed hours apart, and it just fucked up what these kids going through because of the drill culture and the drill music and who people decide to befriend. You have to watch who you befriend. You can't trust everybody. You have to have your own sense of direction, your own mentality. There's nothing wrong with being you. If you're a lame ass nigga, be a lame ass nigga. If you're intelligent, be intelligent. If you like science and biology, do that shit. If you want to fucking be a doctor, a nurse, if you want to wipe ass and be a CNA, man, do that shit. You want to work for CTA or whatever, do that shit. You ain't got to say, fuck it, I'm a rapper and I'm going to talk about the niggas that's dying on my block. I mean, not my block, but dying and my people into it with to get a name. And these niggas really don't be out here in that shit. You can tell, you can look in the person's face and tell, like, you are innocent, you a civilian, you a fucking citizen. Because that's what they made the sidewalks for these fucking civilians. Stay on them sidewalks. Stop jumping in them streets, man. It's not that serious. You can get a name by just being you. That's how you be successful, by being you. They don't get themselves a chance to grow into their personalities because they want to be like the next man. My family be upset at a lot of things I chose to do in my life. But you know what they'll tell y'all? I've made that decision. I didn't try to be like the next. When I went to feds for selling guns, it's because that's what I chose to do. When I went to jail for fucking selling pounds of weed, that's what I chose to do. It's how I was brought up. It's what I wanted to do. I was always a leader. Fuck accepting the jab. I'm passing the bitches out. I ain't just, you know what I'm saying? Like, all they got to do is be them, man. I always had that boss-ass mentality because I was raised by bosses. So, sometimes they got to just want to be that leader. You know, when I was in jail, the lames was out here fucking my bitches, fucking my baby mamas and shit like that. And all the hoes I was dealing with. The lame ass niggas was winning. They was getting the money. They was working the jobs. They was selling the weed. They was running it up. I'm sitting in prison. Nobody there for me at all.
Riding the 24s.
Everything, bro.
24s. Yeah.
They got the best fucking loud. You know what I'm saying? And they were the fucking lames. Now they that nigga because that nigga is really gone. So who left? The lame. All they got to do is be them, grow into their personality, and y'all bless them. The Most High bless them. They will be and get what's ever allotted to them in life, and they'll still be here living. Rest in peace to all the fallen members, man, on any side, man. For real.
So, like, do you think it's like you know, you've been in the music industry as long as you have. Do you think it's gatekeepers behind this violence, or
is it? And it's sad. And they doing it off a gang affiliation. They doing, man. I don't want to speak on the other shit, but you know, the dark side as far as this witchcraft shit and all that other that's another topic. I ain't gonna go that deeper. Off this gang affiliation and who got the bigger name and who from what area and who like who the most. And it's definitely gatekeepers, man. It's definitely people just not letting people get a chance to get in the door, like because people in my neighborhood off certain blocks and tour with certain people, I can't do certain shit with certain people because they ops might take me out, or my own people might take me out because I'm an embarrassment to them, or because they might think I'm with the bullshit, and their ops might take me out because where I'm from and who I'm associated with in a sense. And just because they know I'm from this area and that area, they, oh no, we ain't gonna get Shorty a chance because we into it with his people or his people. And the shit really lame as fuck. It's enough money for everybody and it's enough room for everybody. Like, rapping ain't for everybody. It's not. But y'all know the ones who put in the work, who got the great work ethic behind it, and just give us a chance, man. We got wives and children we trying to feed. You know what I'm saying? We trying to get out this hellhole too. We trying to get out the trenches too. And people like, oh man, you moved from Chicago 5 months ago to Alabama and out of sight, out of mind. Yo niggas don't fuck with you seeing all these fabricated lies. Like, I'm trying to give myself a chance to make it. That's why I'm not in the trenches, but my dumb ass moving too fast. I moved to the trenches of Alabama and Birmingham. I'm still in the fucking trenches. Like I just told my wife the other day, like, we could have just moved back to Chicago. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't got to watch over my shoulder out here. I got a lawn care company. I'm creating generational wealth. You know what I'm saying? I'm giving myself a chance to make money legitly. I'm doing better than I probably would be doing if I was in Chicago. I'd be running up after them shorties like, y'all straight. I'll probably try to make sure they got guns. And, you know what I'm saying? Feeding them the drugs. And keeping the block shit alive. And keeping the dope lines going. And I'll be in part of that bullshit. I ain't with that shit no more. It's not, I can make it with this music shit, create jobs, go back and get my people, and put them all on, get them all jobs, give them a reason to want to lead the hood and want to fuck with me and support me wholeheartedly with this music shit. That's what I'm trying to do. And that's what I'm trying to show the world. That's what I'm trying to show everybody. You know what I'm saying? I just want everybody to be great. It's not all about that killing, drug dealing, and this dead op, that dead op. It's not always about that shit. I lost a lot in them trenches. And if I could not speak on that shit and try to do something the right way, they should at least take heed to the knowledge and the shit I'm trying to pass down to the ones that's coming up underneath me.
Dope,
Shout out
man.
my artists. Shout out my artists. They listen.
That's what I was gonna get to. Like, so you know, so your movement WMG, you got artists that you working with.
Yeah, I got 3 so far. I got 3. And also, I'm gonna be honest, besides my own artists, shout out the whole No Love. MOE, man. They got they got an entertainment company. They putting their shorties on. I came over with my shorties. Shout out No Love Nino, one of the shorties off the block. He got artists. You know what I'm saying? He got his own little entertainment shit he doing. I'm trying to help put my whole hood on because we some talented motherfuckers. We ain't got to deal with that shit. I want them all out of that shit. Where Dex at right now, honestly, that's where we all trying to get. In Cali, in Atlanta, in a mansion. Out the fucking way. There's nothing wrong with being out the way. We got kids and shit now. They killing kids. These non-shooting ass niggas. I want my people out the way. So right now, besides me representing my artist, representing my label, I'm putting the whole hood on my back. If I can kick these barriers down, I'm going back for my whole entire hood. Every shorty that I came up with, that came up under me, that ran with my cousins, my family members, and my peoples, my niggas, I'm going to try to make sure they all find a way to eat and make it with this music platform I'm trying to provide for them and introduce to the world. So at the end of the day, it's no love or it's nothing. It's money gang or it's nothing.
Dope. So do you got what, like, let the people know, you know, because this is a dope interview, you know what I'm saying? We definitely gonna have to have a part 2. Is it anything you want to leave the people with, like far as like what you got coming out with? Like what you got coming?
All right, my newest mixtape, WMG The Takeover. My artist not on this because right now they getting music together. They've been being a little hard-headed, but they see what I'm doing now, and now they get taking it more serious. They see like, oh, we got a chance to make it now because look at what Big Bro doing. The Takeover is on the way. It's supposed to either drop today, it could drop tonight. I wanted it to drop before this interview so I had something to promote, to put a machine behind it. But tomorrow at the latest, it's getting a drops put on there from my DJ. Shout out DJ Legacy and DJ Sean, man, for real. That's who hosting the mixtape. I'm halfway through with another mixtape. You know, I just made the intro song to the Chicago Wave YouTube page called the Chicago Wave. That's out on my YouTube right now, the official audio. Me and Mac Baby gonna shoot a visual soon to one of the songs we got on the Takeover called War by me and Mac Baby. So y'all that'll be on the way soon. I got a compilation tape that me and my 3 artists we working on. I got a project coming out with No Love Nino. It's called Clout Chasing. He'll send his verse back next weekend. That'll be out soon. The official audio, and we'll shoot the visual to that. I'm gonna be interviewing some of the guys from my hood on the podcast I created for me and my hood, Upper Echelon Podcast on Instagram. And I'm gonna have a lot of shit coming out with them as well, as far as collabing on music. So right now I'm just working. I'm trying to get everybody in line so we can do this shit the right way. I want them out them trenches. Everybody deserves a chance to make it.
Dope, man. I appreciate that, man. You definitely got to get one of them for the Clout Chaser intros. Oh yeah.
Hey,
definitely get one of them together.
We'll talk about it. You know, I can make it happen, man. I live in the stool. You know, I ain't been getting no sleep these past 2-3 days, and right now, I'm everywhere. My name is everywhere right now. The numbers probably ain't making sense, but on these social medias, my name is everywhere right now. So this is the Takeover. I'm finally having me a little viral moment, and it's all positive. It's all good. It's all about the music. So I just want to keep this energy going. I'm gonna keep working. I appreciate you so much, brother. You're a blessing. Thank you for giving me a chance to, you know, get heard and speak out about what I really got going on with my music and not shining a negative light on me because it's been nothing but bullshit controversy going on that ain't true. I'm actually a good guy. You know, everybody go through shit. Everybody got to defend themselves in the hood. Everybody got to, you know, earn their stripes in a way. But at the end of the day, I'm Hebrew. I got a good heart. I got a good soul. and I'll be wanting the best for everybody. So I appreciate you wholeheartedly.
Man, we appreciate you stopping by, man, giving us your story, man. We definitely gonna have to have a part two, you know, get back in tune with you because I like the positivity and you know, my channel is called Death for the Clout Chaser. Not just so much as like we trying to kill clout chasers. It's just like stop the clout, you know what I'm saying? Stop the chasing, stop all the bullshit. Let's bring some type of positive energy and we can set that as a trend. You feel me? We can make that trend.
Yes,
So
sir.
I definitely appreciate you stopping by, man.
Shout out you, man. Shout out Big Chuck, man. Shout out Death for the Clout Chasers TV, man. I appreciate you bringing me on this platform. Y'all see what's going on. This is a good brother right here, man. Everybody go subscribe, man. Like this video, man. Let's get the algorithm going with this video so it can be seen by the masses. And I appreciate everybody that stopped by, that commented. I didn't read the comments, y'all. I'll go back and check them out. Thank y'all, and I appreciate it.
No doubt. Salute.
All right, thank you, brother.